This video explains the features and tools pivot administrators at your institution can use to help researchers discover funding opportunities.
Please note, due to recent enhancements and local customizations made by your institution, your interface may appear slightly different than the screen images in this video. Functionality described here will still be largely the same.
Pivot offers many helpful features that are only available to users with special administrator privileges. Not all Pivot administrators will have access to all of the features and tools we discuss here. If you like a particular tool but don't seem to have access to it, you can request appropriate user privileges from one of your institution's primary Pivot administrators. Additional advanced administration tools used by administrators to configure and customize Pivot for your institution will be discussed in a separate training session. One of the most powerful administrator features in Pivot is the ability to create a list of funding opportunities that can be shared with Pivot researchers at your institution. This is called a curated list. To create a curated list of opportunities, for example, after conducting a search, select the opportunities you want and then click Curate. If you already created a curated list, select the box to add these opportunities to that list, or click Create New and enter a new list name. This curated list won't be visible to users at your institution until you check the Display box. Once you do, your list will show up on everyone's Curated tab. Also, you can click here and get a stable URL that you can embed other places, such as web pages, emails, and so on, even if you haven't checked the Display box. A curated list is static. You have to manually add or remove opportunities from the list, although Pivot won't display expired opportunities after their deadlines have passed. Another way to share opportunities is to curate a saved search. Starting with a saved search, use the Options menu to Publish as Curated Search. A curated search provides a stable URL that you can embed in other places, such as web pages and emails, so your users are one click away from seeing all of the current results in Pivot matching your saved query. Unlike the static curated list, the curated search is dynamic. It will produce different results when funding opportunities are added to or removed from Pivot. And if you make changes to the parameters of the saved search, the next time someone uses the URL, they'll see the results based on those new parameters. All Pivot researchers can see funding opportunities they have shared with each other by looking at the Shared tab. However, Pivot administrators at your institution can also see some statistics, such as which group of people you've shared with and what kind of actions they've taken with opportunities you shared. Pivot administrators also have another tool they can use when sharing opportunities. Instead of waiting for researchers to either track or dismiss the shared opportunity, the administrator can add opportunities directly onto researchers' tracked lists by checking a box on the Share pop-up. At the bottom of an opportunity, Pivot administrators can add deadlines and notes that all researchers at their institution will see when looking at this particular opportunity. This could be used, for instance, to set an internal deadline so the research office has time to prepare materials, or a notification when another team is ready to submit a request for this funding opportunity, and so on. These notes are for a particular opportunity, but some Pivot administrators at your institution will be able to add a note to all opportunities. From the admin dashboard, choose Global Message. Here you can see and edit the note that is placed at the bottom of all opportunities when viewed by researchers at your institution. Back on the admin dashboard, you may see more administrative tools. Again, this depends on permissions you've been given. We'll discuss these advanced administrative tools in the next training session. And those are some of the features and tools Pivot administrators can use to help researchers at your institution.